Hello students, today we are going to learn the topic heat and temperature. See, look at the items on the table. When I am looking here, look here, this is a candle. When I am touching it, I am immediately removing my hand. Why I am removing my hand? Because it is very hot to touch. That's why I am removing my hand. And one more thing, I will show you. What is it? It is the ice cube. When I am holding it, I am feeling it very cool because it is very cool to touch. Hence, I cannot hold the ice cubes for a longer time. Here, it is very hot to touch. Here, it is very cool to touch the ice cubes. So, why it is hot? Why it is cool? So, here, this, how can you measure? This is hot and this is cool. Here, we can say this as the temperature. So temperature is the measurement of any object or any body. It is cool or whether it is hot. So here the temperature is a measure of the degree of hotness or coolness of any object. Right children? So here due to production of heat, here we cannot touch the flame. Right children? So here this is a heat, it is a form of energy. Heat is a form of energy. So what is happening over here? Heat flows from a hot body to a cold body. Always the heat will flow from one place to another place. That is from a higher temperature object to a lower temperature object. Right children? Hence we cannot hold any cool items for a longer time and any hot objects for it. When you drink tea, you cannot drink it immediately. You are going to sip the tea in a small amounts. When you are drinking water, because it is normal temperature, you are going to drink it fastly. Like that, it is the temperature which makes the object cool or hot. So we have learned that heat is a form of energy which flows from a higher object to a lower object. So, how can we measure this heat? So, heat, how can we measure? When we are heating any object, the temperature of that object is increasing. So, the temperature can be measured with an instrument known as thermometer. So, thermometer is an instrument for measuring the temperature. So, here in the thermometer, we can use the liquid mercury or alcohol. So, why we are using? So, what is a thermometer actually? We are going to discuss now. So, as we have said, thermometer is an instrument for measuring the temperature. So, I will show you the thermometer. There are different types of thermometers for different purposes. So, firstly, I will show you when you are going to get the fever. For example, so you are going to visit the doctor. So firstly, the doctor is going to check your temperature. Whether you are suffering with fever or not. How he is going to confirm that you are suffering from fever? He is going to check your body temperature with the thermometer. So this is the clinical thermometer used by the doctor. So he is going to put this under the tongue or under the arm like this and check. Here inside the thermometer you can find the liquid which is known as the mercury. So this is the clinical thermometer which is made by the glass. Here it is a bulb, here it is a mercury filled in it. So there are the certain graduations on the thermometer. So what are these graduations? They are equally distributed. Like you can see the graduations on the scale. So the normal body temperature. The normal body temperature means every day we are going to be very normal without any fever. So that time we are going to have the temperature when we measure. When you touch your body like this, you feel it as normal. When you are suffering from fever, the temperature when you look like this here or neck on the forehead, you will feel it as hot. Why? Because the body temperature is increased during feverish conditions. But when it is normal, the body temperature is going to be how much? It is 37 degrees Celsius or 98.4 degrees Fahrenheit. So this is the normal body temperature. The normal body temperature of a normal person or a healthy person is 37 degrees Celsius or 98.4 degrees Fahrenheit. So when a doctor checks with the thermometer, when a doctor is checking the body temperature, the mercury present in the bulb is going to rise in the capillary tube which is present inside the bulb or inside the glass chamber. So it is going to rise slowly. When you hold like this, the mercury present in the bulb is going to rise through the capillary till the temperature of your body is reached. So the graduations in the clinical thermometer, it is from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius because our body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius. So this is the scale of the clinical thermometer. Especially one more thing, here it is a kink. This is the kink because it is not in a straight line. Here a small kink is present over here. Why? Because when the temperature is being measured by the doctor, when we are holding like this, when the doctor takes from us, he has to check like this because the mercury will fall down. So then he cannot read the thermometer. Hence this kink present in the clinical thermometer is going to stop the mercury without falling down. It prevents, the kink will prevent the mercury falling down before our reading. Next time when he is going to check the other patient, he is going to tilt like this the thermometer. Why? Because the mercury which has raised, it will fall down and he can test the other patient also. Like this is the usage of the clinical thermometer. Nowadays these are the digital thermometers which simply you can have a starting point, a reading, the normal temperature will be present. When you are touching your body, it is going to read, and after reading the temperature, it is going to give a beep sound. Then you can find out the temperature of your body. So this is also used for reading the body temperature. Digital thermometer. This is the digital thermometer nowadays used by the doctors. Next thermometer which I am going to show you is the laboratory thermometer, which we are going to use in the labs for during doing the experiments. Here this is the beep sound which you are hearing. So it has read the temperature. Next, as we have discussing, here this is the laboratory thermometer. Here also the same glass chamber, and here is the mercury in the bulb which will start rising slowly during doing the experiments. When we want to test the temperature of any liquid, for example, we are going to check. Here is the water I have taken, and we will dip the thermometer in the water and we will check. So starting it is 30 degrees Celsius. Now we heat this test tube for some time and we will check whether the temperature has increased or not. Simply we will check whether the temperature is increasing or not. We will put the thermometer. So it has started rising. The mercury present in the thermometer has started rising because we have heated the test tube. So along with the test tube, even the water present in the test tube has also attained some temperature. Hence it is started increasing. Now it is 32 degrees Celsius. So like this we can measure the temperature of any objects. Next, when the change or heat is changing from a transferring from a higher temperature of an object to a lower temperature temperature of any object. That is, the heat will flow from a higher temperature to a lower temperature. That time, what is happening? What is happening actually is the rise in temperature. It will increase when we are heating any object. It will rise in its temperature. Next, there will be expansion of the liquids. When we are heating any liquid, then it will expand. Then change of state. For example, if you are taking the ice for example, in the liquids, in the solid state, when we heat it, what happens? It gets converted into liquid form. Then even again we are heating means the liquids will change into vapor form. So in this manner, when we are increasing the temperature, that time the change in the state of any object will also take place. So we have seen the clinical and laboratory thermometer, and one more thermometer which is used to measure the atmospheric temperature during the daytime. That is the 6S maximum and minimum thermometer. And children, we have seen that mercury and alcohol are the liquids which are used in the thermometers. So why we are using only mercury or alcohol? Why not water in the thermometer? So there are certain reasons for taking the mercury and alcohol in the thermometer. Why not water? So there are certain reasons because here when you take the mercury in the clinical thermometer, it is a shining liquid. It is a shining liquid which is opaque. Opaque means we can see through the glass walls, we can see the mercury when it is rising, when we are measuring the temperature, it is slowly moving. That is uniform. The expansion is uniform of the mercury, and it is opaque and shining liquid. It does not stick to the walls. It does not stick to the walls of the glass chamber. And one more thing, it is a good conductor of heat, and it is available easily in the pure state. So hence we are using mercury in the thermometer for measuring the temperature. And here why we are using alcohol? Because alcohol, it can record very low temperatures which we cannot measure with the other liquids, but here alcohol, it can be recorded very low temperatures, and it is colored and we can see it through the glass tube. It is very brightly colored and hence easily visible, and the expansion is very large. Hence we can use, for example, in the laboratory thermometer, we need to record very low temperatures and also very high temperatures. So we can use alcohol in the laboratory thermometers. So in this way we can use the thermometers in the lab for measuring our body temperature, and also 6S maximum thermometer to measure the temperature of the day. So like this we can measure the temperature.